What's up, fellow mobile gaming fanatics? MyTyme here, bringing you another episode of Top Drives. Apologies first of all for not being around for the last week or so. I am here now. Some things have happened that there's no point me going over, like for example the ARC challenge for the week. We do have a new prize car which people could collect, and it would have been essentially, what am I doing? It was essentially a ticket to win other cars in the future. So this Alfa Romeo Spider, if you're able to get it, lock it up. I've started to work on mine a little bit because usually you have to use them in these special events when they come out. It's going to be very much the same as the Volkswagen bus, okay? So keep hold of those if you're able to get one. They're going to help you to win other prize cars over the next couple of months. And then we are on to packs, events, usual stuff in Top Drives. You can see I have 1.7 million in cash, which is the most I've ever had in my account at any one time. Unfortunately not my actual bank account, just my Top Drives account, which is a real shame. But if we actually come into the buy cars, I'm going to show you this ceramic pack here. My aim is to open up 100 of these in order to test the drop rate theory of the ceramic packs, and to give it a fair sample size. I don't think 50 is enough, which is why I'm over halfway towards that goal. Hopefully the next couple of weeks, if I can just pick up the game a bit more, do a little bit better in events, go through my garage as well, clearing that out, I'll get a bit of cash. We should get ourselves in a position to be able to do those pack openings and record those results. Now, what is happening in the game at the moment? Well, it's actually quite weak. We don't have any Call of the Wilds, no special events. It's just our daily event, UK Tour de Force, and the Ariel Atom 500 V8 qualifiers. Now, if we come in to buy cars very quickly, there are 3 packs up for grabs. And personally, I think if you're going to buy a pack here, the 2015 to the 2019 SUVs Carbon Fiber one is probably the best pack. I mean, the cars you can get in here, there are some very strong SUVs, and SUVs are becoming more and more key, I would say, to a person's garage. There seems to be more events that use them. Now, not necessarily 5 SUVs, but certainly having 1 or 2 in there can help, and some of these have decent handling to them, so they have decent 0 to 60s, etc., so they can be used in city streets and all that. So they can be, or maybe not the most versatile cars in the game, but definitely they can be used in places other than just off-road, and certainly city streets. They can help fill a slot. So you compare that to the UK 4-wheel drive carbon fiber. Now you're going to get the Bentleys and stuff in here because it's 4-wheel drive, potentially anyway. Even the Jaguars, which medium, but they don't have the SUV characteristics. So if you definitely want to get an SUV, I'll get this pack. If you want to work on the UK cars, then obviously the carbon fiber here is going to be better. Or say if you specifically want to get this Range Rover 5 litre V8, then you'd probably want to try and go for this carbon fiber because it's going to be easier to achieve than in this one. However, in pure, just kind of both costing the same amount, I think the 2015-2019 pack is the better of the two. Now you could drop down and go for the Dodge carbon fiber. Again, this is kind of a good pack for people who want to work on their American cars or want to work specifically on Dodge. Other than that though, I don't see it being a pack which people think, yes, I must get. It's not discounted or anything. It's just a Dodge specific pack. Now, those packs are there because in the Tour de Force, we're going to use 4-wheel drives in UK cars, which we'll come to in a moment. And in the Ariel Atom 500, we're using 2015 to 2019 SUVs. Now, if you look at the prizes, German Renaissance cars, okay, all German Renaissance. What is my chance of actually winning that Ariel Atom? And I have done this already, okay, so this isn't going to be news to me. I've come down to collections and tags. I've clicked on German Renaissance. I kind of realised that my chance of getting that car is very remote. So I have to accept that. I do not have the cars here to compete in this finals. Simple. I mean, I might squeeze like a top 80, for example. I do have a few ultra rares. I can work on 1 or 2 of those epics if I need to. I can even max out another legendary. I've got a few extra epics. It won't be that BMW though. So from that perspective, I'm going to struggle. I am going to struggle. Now, I should hopefully comfortably get in the top 50 and at least get a German Renaissance ceramic. If I'm lucky, I might get the top 10 and get a German Renaissance carbon fiber. However, my 2015 to 2019 SUVs, they're all they're all British based. They're the ones that I've worked on. Due to my UK garage, yes, I do have the Levante diesel here, and I can go down to a few more ultra rares and have a few more choices of what I may wish to use, but most of it is British because that's what I've worked on my UK garage. And as a result, I'm also missing a few different key cards. Now, I've maxed out my Land Rover Works V8, okay, and I've bought this in. I've used the whole 365 RQ points. If I had something amazing built here, say for example I did have the AMG maxed out, or potentially even the Range Rover V8, I don't know what I would do. I could drop out the Range Rover Sport here and bring in the Defender. So you will see it in a minute. Lots of people will be using one of these Land Rover Defenders at least, because they are pretty good at RQ saving. But I don't have some key cars like the Lamborghini Urus Price car. That car is a beast, and it is, let me see if I can find someone with it. It is the kind of car, here you go, it's the kind of car that's going to smash everyone to pieces on the half mile, on the test bowls. That's kind of like an automatic defeat, and it can be countered to an extent by using the Land Rover Defender. So you overall, you're still only using around 60 RQ points for your cars. So having this Land Rover Defender is kind of allowing people like here to build or to come out with some pretty difficult teams to come up against. Again here, I know I've got a guarantee loss before we go any further. I have to try and make up my points around these tracks. Now I know I'm going to struggle with that, because I know I've got my Range Rover Sport, which is my weakest, my weaker car. Could I drop it for a Land Rover Defender? Possibly. I mean, possibly bringing a Defender would maybe be better. I don't know. I haven't actually tried it. What I do know is I need to work out a way that I can win free. I need to win 3 of these. This is a win. This is a win. I think it's best to play safe like this. So you can see here with my team, I'm going to show the matches very quickly so people can see how the points go down. The Range Rover Sport is the car which I basically lose whatever race I put it in. Now I did not know I was going to win that, to be honest with you. That was extremely handy. That's going to give me the impetus I need to come out and get the actual victory here. But yes, the Range Rover Sport here, yes, I've got some good cars up to it, but I'm missing that key car. I'm missing the Urus. If I had that, I reckon I could work around. I could bring in the Land Rover Defender, and I could have a team which could get me in the top 10. However, without that, I'm pretty sure as I start to move up, as I start to play my matches, I'm going to get knocked down very quickly. So as you saw there, it's a struggle for me to find people to win. So if we look at this, for example, I could bring in my AMG. So even if I get the victory here and the victory here, there is I'm still guaranteed a loss with my Range Rover Sport, which is why I'm almost tempted just to bring in the off-road capabilities of the Defender instead of it. I don't actually know if it works out better or worse that way. But then, for example, if I was stuck on the snow, I could throw in my Defender here, take the tyre here, and I might do better. I mean, I could actually try it out, but let's just come in, throw in the cars, go for the victory, and see how it plays out. So this is always a tough one against this Porsche. Tough competitor. City Slalom is also going to be extremely difficult. So I kind of feel if the Bentley can get a victory here, and I only lose by 50 points here and a bit more here, I know know I can get the victory here if I put the Range Rover in, but I feel if I'm only going to win by 50 points either way, I'm going to lose, probably lose by less than 50 having it like this. No, okay, didn't work. So yeah, as you can see, very difficult for me to find a position to be able to put myself in the top 10. I've got to be very, very selective about who I play, and yeah, I just don't quite have the team to do it. Not quite got the team to guarantee myself that carbon fiber. Right, again here we can get 2 guaranteed victories. We can take a 3rd victory, and I think if we do it like this, we should end up with a 1-star victory. So we won't skip, just in case anyone wants to see the actual outcome of any of these cars, should you have them and you want to see yourself where they actually place. I know the Range Rover is a fairly decent, I know it's only ATRQ, but it is a pretty good legendary, to be honest with you. I always know I'm going to lose this Range Rover Sport, which is why I'm honestly thinking I should drop it. I imagine it's going to, as the Defender, I don't think is going to lose too much in comparison. So there we go, still lose there, which is interesting to know. That off-road capability, yeah, it's just pretty valuable. Let's do it. Let's come and have a look, just in case anyone else out there is wondering, are you better off to throw away some of these ultra rares and just bring in the Defender? If right, we need to find somewhere where I can give it a, it doesn't want to be a sprint. Alright, we'll try here. Not so much because I think I can definitely win, but because I want to use the Defender in an example. So if we pick the twisty road, that would be, for example, where we would use it. Now if we are using the Tour, we'll take a tie here, hopefully a victory here, defeat here, hopefully victory here. So let's just see how this plays out before we go any further. Now it's going to be interesting, because if the Defender does work out to be better or only lose by 50 points, it's actually going to be better than having the Range Rover Sporting, because that was losing by more than 50 points. So I fully expect to lose this. Now here comes the key. Can we actually win this or not? No. Only a 50-point loss, so not disastrous. Probably still better than the Sport. Gives us a chance. There we go. I think we probably only won this because of that Defender. As I said, I don't think I can see myself finishing in the top 10 here, so it's kind of irrelevant. But there you go, guys. Probably that Defender, again, another example in a game where an uncommon car is pretty key to you being able to do well. Then we come into the 4-wheel drives and the UK car. Now fortunately for me, I have a few UK cars which are not SUVs, that are 4-wheel drives. And as you can see down here, it's allowed me to bring in my Bentleys. I know there's a bit of rain. I've got the Vauxhall, which I just worked on a long time ago, so for the sake of it, pulled it in, and we just got a filler at the end. Now there's no dirt, okay, there's no off-road here, so using cars such as the Land Rovers, as you see here, there's no advantage. Okay, all the tracks are asphalt, so it's a great opportunity for you to bring in those Bentleys if you've been working on them. So for me, I can do something like this, like this, like this, and throw around the Monaco G-force test, and this will be a victory for me. So I've only got 2 events to work on at the moment. One which I should at least get a ceramic pack, which is good. There is the potential to get something decent out of a ceramic pack. There is a very minute chance that I could squeeze a carbon fiber pack, and I'll be absolutely ecstatic with that. Now I've only got ceramic packs up for grabs here in this Tour de Force, and unfortunately, again, I haven't played it a lot, but I think I'm not quite there to be able to get a ceramic pack. I don't think my team's quite there for top 10. You may look at it and say, well, why not? You've got a load of Bentleys, you know, that their epics, their legendaries, you should be able to easily get a top 10. Maybe if I play through, yes, but all these defeats, don't look at the 8 defeats as against this hand. I didn't have this hand out to begin with, but I still feel that I will struggle for a top 10. If I could get 2 ceramics from these 2 events, I'd be happy, but at the moment I kind of want to go on the grind for some cash, get myself into a position where I can actually start working on cards and get into a position where I can do this ceramic challenge. It's also, remember, going to give me a load of cards to be able to upgrade, well, potentially, as long as the drops aren't awful. So that's going to be what I'm working on. I'm going to work on a challenge as well. I will try and record the carbon fiber pack, which I believe is this reward here. What most people will be going for, trying to get that carbon fiber pack from this bonus weekend challenge and take it from there. So thank you very much for watching. As ever, I've been MyTyme. I will come more towards the end of the current event. I'll bring you my final positions, and we'll take a look at the prelims and see if we can get anything a bit better from there. But yeah, at the moment it's just a bit of a grind for me. So good luck in the event yourself. I've been MyTyme, and I'll see you all soon.